Here's $35,000. You can either have a BMW badge, a car with a reputable brand, with a large dealer network, or you can keep the cash and grab a car with a faster charging and longer range, and arguably better looking. What will you do? Hi, my name is Jeremy. Mike from XPeng Port Melbourne is behind the camera, and today we're pitting old money versus the smart money. BMW iX1 versus the new kid on the block, the XPeng G6. So let's break it down.
This one is so easy.
Hello BMW. Navigate to the nearest charger. Ooh. Now, why is it $35,000? Well, that's because that's the price gap between this particular BMW iX1, which starts at $93,000, and this XPeng Standard Range G6, which starts at $58,000, which both are compact electric SUVs, which on paper should do the same thing. Meet the BMW iX1, a compact premium EV from the brand that practically invented the premium SUV segment. This one's an eDrive20, so it's front-wheel drive only. It has a WLTP range of 475 kilometers, and it does 0 to 100 in 8.6 seconds from a 150 kilowatt electric motor. It's not the quickest, but that badge represents the ultimate driving machine. Years of polish, status and refinement, and also when Michael started.
BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
And then there's the XPeng G6 Standard Range, a Chinese electric SUV that looks like a Porsche-inspired spaceship. And we've been told that the lead designer used to work in Porsche. And if you know where to look, it kinda shows. Under the skin though, it's packing a 210 kilowatt electric motor with 440 Newton meters, enough to launch you from 0 to 100 in just 6.2 seconds. In other words, this thing is quick. It's quick enough to give you an exhilarating school run and still have some money left over for the tutor. And that's because this particular XPeng G6, the standard range, starts at $58,000. But does it look and feel like a premium SUV? Well, to answer that, we'll have to look at the Beamer. And as you will have noticed, this particular BMW iX1 looks rather conventional. There's no light bar. There's no illuminated grille. How is anyone supposed to know that you're driving an EV? Well, the only clue that you're going to get is this kidney grille is all sealed up. The BMW iX1's design feels safe, familiar, and timeless. And that's because it looks exactly like the BMW X1. They've just shoehorned the electric motor into the same car, and they've all just popped off to the pub. Now, I've always considered myself to be very risk averse. I've always gone back to the same souvlaki shop in Oakley and ordered the same pork souvlaki over and over again. Have I ever tried the lamb souvlaki? No! And if you're that kind of person, that's why the BMW iX1 exists. However, if you want something less conventional, well, there's always the XPeng G6. Just look at the light bars. It's yelling to everyone, hey, I'm driving an EV. And have we already mentioned, the lead designer for the XPeng G6 used to work in Porsche. Just take a look at the frameless doors and the swooping roofline. I wonder where they got the idea from. And that means you're getting Porsche level luxury without the Porsche price tag. Now, inside the BMW, the conventional design continues. The cabin feels like a typical Beamer, but you do get two screens here. The analog instrument cluster has now been replaced by a digital dash, and that makes it a little bit more futuristic. Plus, you do get head-up display as standard equipment. The iDrive is now all touchscreen, and it's fast, intuitive, and it comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The iX1 in base configuration comes in vegan leather. It is very nice to the touch, and If you want it heated, you'll have to pay for it. In this particular car, we have the enhancement package, which is why it is heated and it is also electric. Now, you do get an awkwardly placed wireless charger. There's only one of it here. It is sort of hidden in the recesses of the center console, and it's probably in a place where you'll most likely leave it when you exit the car. Anyways, as standard features goes, you'll get ambient lighting, a glove box, heads-up display, and an armrest compartment that opens the wrong way. What's going on here, BMW? Now, the back seats are a little bit tight, and that's because you have a battery pack underneath it, and therefore your knees sit a little bit higher than it does on a petrol-powered X1. Overall, it's still very comfortable. You get plenty of headroom, and I think you should be happy enough even during long trips. Now, the clickiness of the buttons in the BMW iX1 are exactly what you expect of a premium German car maker. They all sound very good, and it even comes with a very aristocratic donk. However, the XPeng doesn't sound too bad either. Now, over by the XPeng, the cabin hits a little bit differently. It's minimalistic to the core, and from this angle, it looks like a very fancy recording studio with a giant iPad in the middle to control everything. There's a smaller screen that acts like your digital instrument cluster that's also embedded seamlessly into the dash. It looks very classy, and the clickiness of the buttons in here are just as premium. Speaking of buttons, there are no buttons in the center console. Everything's controlled via this giant iPad or via these buttons on the steering wheel. In the XPeng, you'll also get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And if you have an HDMI cable, you can plug in your game console and play your game on the 15-inch screen. Now, unlike the BMW, where you get only one wireless charger, there are two wireless chargers over here, and they are thoughtfully placed in the center where you can easily access them. Below it are two cup holders, and there is a armrest compartment that also opens the right way where you can easily access your items. The seats in the XPeng G6 are also vegan leather, just like the iX1. They come fully electric, heated and ventilated, and yes, you can also control them via the app on your phone. Plus the ability to honk or flash your headlights, and you can even share digital access with someone from anywhere. And with Sentry mode, the car will alert you to any suspicious activity and record it using its camera. Now, when it comes to parking these cars, both of them have an Autopark feature, but on the BMW, the whole thing is just a little bit more convoluted. Because on the BMW, you still have to drive really close to the empty parking spot for the system to pick it up.
Okay, forward, now keep going forward.
Going forward?
Forward, keep going forward, 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 forward. Oh, it didn't pick it up. Oh, there you go. Okay, stop reverse parking.
Okay, hit it. Okay, what do I do? Release brake. Oh. Will it do it? Do I have to brake? Okay,
Yeah. Release brake.
It says take control if necessary. Whereas the XPeng, I just leave it for the car to do it. Do I brake?
No, don't. Trust it. Oh, are you controlling it?
No.
Okay.
That one I'm not too bad. Okay. Okay. It's... All right.
Is it though?
Yeah, I'm in. All right, let's assess the BMW's parking. Oh wow, you can park a jumbo jet in here.
You can land a jumbo fucking jet in there.
What do you think the XPeng's gonna do? Better? Oh, it's a slanted parking. Look at that, slanted.
Okay.
All right, let's go with the XPeng. All right, we're gonna find that parking next to the big truck.
Yeah, the Ranger.
So I don't even need to drive close enough to scan the car, the parking spot. It knows there's a spot there. See, I can drive. You see?
Keep going, keep going.
Okay, keep going. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yep.
Is there a spot here?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
And then Autopark.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm super confident in this thing. Because you know exactly where you're going.
That one had the path as well.
Is it?
Yeah, it had a white path.
Right, it says it's closed, but okay. But you see, the confidence. So it tells you. Oh. A+. Now that smart parking is sorted, let's find out how smart these cars are at listening to voice command. And to do this, we have prepared a list of commands to see which one does it better. This is BMW iDrive versus the XPeng Xmart OS. Alright, my producer Mike says I need to sit in the back seat to do the test. So here we go. Hey XPeng,
Backseat speaking.
call Jeremy.
Could you please say it in another way?
There's no
I'm not sure I understood
Not doing it.
correctly.
Hey XPeng,
Backseat speaking.
give Jeremy a phone call, please.
Passengers in the rear seats are not allowed to make Bluetooth call. Please let the front users operate it.
Oh wow,
Okay.
that's pretty
It is what
smart.
it is.
That is pretty smart. Let me try it from the front seat. Is that why you want me to do it in the back seat?
No, but try the other things. Try the other things first.
Alright, try the other things. Hey XPeng,
Backseat speaking.
set temperature to 22 degrees.
Temperature is adjusted.
Not bad, not bad. Hey XPeng,
Backseat speaking.
navigate to the nearest charger.
Okay, where do you want to go?
The nearest charger.
Okay, where do you want to go?
I want to go to the nearest charger. Oh, I'm going to Chadston. All right, didn't do that one. Hey XPeng,
Backseat speaking.
open the boot.
Trunk is opening.
Ooh, wow. Got that one.
Do the heated seat one.
Hey XPeng,
Backseat speaking.
turn on the heated seats.
Left rear seat heating is turned on.
Wow, left one too. It knows exactly where I'm sitting. Hey XPeng,
Backseat speaking.
what's my range?
Could you please say it in another way? I'm not sure I understood correctly.
No, we didn't get that one. All right, guys, we are now in
It's
the.
definitely smaller.
It is small, yes.
Oh, shit.
All right, guys, we are in. All right, guys, we are in the BMW now, and we're gonna read some commands. Hello, BMW. Call Michael Chan.
For this function, I need a connection to a Bluetooth device. You can connect your mobile phone in this
Where's
menu.
my mobile phone? I thought I connected it. Okay, we'll try one more time. Hello, hello BMW. Call Michael Chan.
For this function, I need a connection to a Bluetooth device.
It's already
You
connected.
can connect your mobile phone in this menu.
That's a fail.
That's a fail? Alright. Hello BMW, set temperature to 22 degrees.
22.
Hello BMW. Navigate to the nearest charger. Ooh.
I have found these results. Which one would you like to select?
Alright. Hello BMW. Alright. Open the boot.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear that again.
Hello BMW. Open the boot.
Please try again, in surroundings that are as quiet as possible.
Okay. One more. That's a fail?
Try it again.
Try again. Hello BMW. Open the boot. Open the
I
boot.
have found these results. Which one would you like to select?
Hello BMW. Turn on my heated seats.
Okay, I will activate your seat heating.
Ooh. Now, unfortunately,
That's the wrong seat.
is it? There's no heated seats at the back.
No.
Yeah.
So what heated seats is it doing?
Yep. Hello BMW. What is my range?
The battery is 71% charged. Your remaining range is 298 kilometers.
Got that right. Alright, our voice comparison test, that was a lot of fun to find out which car is smarter. I know it's 2025 and everyone's using AI, but when it comes to voice command, I think they both perform equally, and that's a draw. I want to go to the nearest charger! Now, when it comes to charging, the G6 supports 280 kilowatts charging, and that means when you find a charger that can handle this power, you'll be able to charge from 10% to 80% in under 20 minutes. The BMW? Well, you're waiting closer to 35 minutes. And when it comes to range, on paper, the G6 claims that it will do 550 kilometers. The BMW iX1 says it'll do 400 on paper. Now, if you're going to be going on a long trip, you're gonna take some gear with you. So, let's check out the boot space. First things first, it's a shame that both of these cars do not come with a frunk. But with the seats up, the XPeng G6 gives you 571 litres versus the BMW iX1's 490 litres. And when it comes to hands-free loading, the BMW has a kick sensor, while the XPeng forces you to set your things down. When you put the seats down though, the tables have turned. The iX1 opens up to a 1,495 litres, while the G6 offers 1,374 litres, and that's probably due to having that swooping roofline. If you want to carry lots of things, the BMW iX1 may be your choice. However, I'll call this one a draw. So, what's it like to drive? On the road, the BMW is smooth, quiet and confident. That 150 kilowatt electric motor is no rocket ship. 0 to 100 in 8.6 seconds. But it is refined, the steering is sharp and tight with a comfort-first suspension. The XPeng, on the other hand, has a 210 kilowatt electric motor, 0 to 100 in 6.2 seconds. It's quicker. The steering isn't exactly the sharpest because it's not a sports car. And because it's not a sports car, it's also very good at absorbing all the bumps. In traffic, both are relaxed. On the highway, the XPeng feels lighter, more agile, while the BMW stays planted. But when it comes to driving aids, things like adaptive cruise control, lane centering, auto lane change, the XPeng offers all of these as standard equipment, whereas the BMW, they'll make you pay for it. Now, when it comes to long-term ownership, the BMW is known for quality, it is a trusted brand, and it is also backed by a global network. But it is not without faults. Recalls can happen, and even the big names, they can stumble. The XPeng though, well, that's the wild card here. They're newer, riskier, and they're hungrier to prove themselves. But they haven't earned that legacy yet. But maybe that's what makes it more exciting. Now, this particular BMW iX1 retails for 93k and it comes with a 5-year warranty. This XPeng G6 Std Range retails for 58k and it also comes with a 5-year warranty. Which one will you choose? Will you go with old money or will you go with the smart money? Well, let's help you break it down. Now, if you value legacy and you're the sort of person that goes into the same souvlaki restaurant ordering the same pork souvlaki over and over again, then you'll want a fairly conventional car, no nonsense, something with a premium drive and the comfort of a dealer network. And that means you'll need the BMW iX1. It's a neat and understated solution, and if you have previously owned a BMW, you'll find this car very familiar and very easy to pick up. This is all money.
BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
However, if you are tech curious and you want to maximize your EV per dollar, well, the XPeng G6 is your bang per buck. You're getting the BMW feel without the BMW money, and in some angles, it looks like a Porsche too. So, will you buy the XPeng and keep the $35,000? Well, I kinda think I would. But everyone's different. So let us know what you think. Are you going to go with the old money or the smart money? Show me the money! Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Thank you to XPeng Melbourne for letting us have the car for today. And if you have any questions regarding the XPeng, go see Michael at XPeng Port Melbourne. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so you can stay tuned for more videos like this. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.